Yes.
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 Hey, all right, if you would raise your right hand. I do
I,
I, Larry Stones.
say your name.
Nikki
Lynn
Davis.
Fraction,
Do solemnly swear to affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Arkansas and all local ordinances, and that I will faithfully and impartially perform and discharge the duties of the office of Malvern City Council according to the law and the best of my ability.
I can't remember all that.
I will.
Just say I do.
I do.
I will.
will do.
Everybody say I do.
Everybody say I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay, all right.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Short and sweet.
Sorry about being tardy. I apologize.
That's fine. You're welcome to stay, or we're done if that's.
I'm late because my wife got stuck in traffic with the baby, and I had the other baby, and I couldn't leave until she got home.
Oh,
So-
goodness, well, not a problem. Well, thank you so much for coming and doing that for us.
Thank you, Judge. You're welcome.
Good luck on your new job.
Thank you. If there's anything else.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
thank
all
you.
right. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and call our meeting to order since y'all are all sworn in and you're legal now. And we'll start out with our finance committee, Mr. Reynolds. The first thing I have was I just wanted to discuss the carryovers of the budget. We really had a much better year than what I really anticipated at first. And I just wanted you to kind of draw your attention to the second page. It's got the 2020 year imbalances. Just want to draw your attention on general fund. I projected a carryover of 400,000 and the actual carryover was 799,081 cents. So we have a surplus or a overage that I had projected of 399,081 cents. Department, we pretty much broke even there. I projected 250,000 and that's what we were left with. City sales tax, the actual, the projected carryover was 242, 448.85. The actual carryover was $454,084.72. So we actually came out ahead at 211,635.87. On the county sales tax, we ended up with, I did a projected carryover of $1,098,000. The actual carryover was $1,943,104.30, but some of that is our COVID money that we did get the grant, which was $359,438.01. So that is a difference still, over a bit. We're better off $485,666.29. So I just kind of wanted to let you know that we actually had a really good year. Compared to what our projections were. I went ahead and put the sales tax in there and I circled to show you that the circle is the amount that we were over compared to last year. So on city sales tax, we actually got 350,678.29 over last year. On county, we got 177,768.77. So I just really basically wanted to just do a little spreadsheet and show you how we did this year. So really, we don't have to do anything on that. But I do have some new business. Wayne, since we did so well, and since we did get the COVID money that was not expected, I would really like to, and I know it's early, we just started, but I didn't know we were going to end up so good. I would like to amend the budget to add an additional 100,000 to nuisance abatement for tearing down houses. We've got so many old houses that need to be torn down, and I would really like y'all to consider letting me amend the budget $100,000 and let that go strictly on tearing down houses.
What did you have on there originally? I forgot.
40,000.
We're gonna have 140 altogether.
140. Now the 40, we also do like mowing and paying for junk to be cleaned up in yards, but the 100,000 I would like to just strictly be used on tearing down old structures.
Do I hear a motion to amend the budget?
I'll make a
Or
motion.
recommend
we
the
amend it.
council to amend the budget?
I'll make a motion. We send it over to the finance to vote on, or the agenda to vote on.
Second.
I second it.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, so we'll send it to the agenda committee.
Okay, the next thing that I've got for you, Wayne, is, we need to, approve the low bid for the Malvern Fire Station. I did include all the bids, the bid sheet, and the low bid was $3,143,575. That was the low bid. And that is about 300,000 under what Humphrey thought it would be. So I would like to put it on the agenda to approve the low bid for the Malvern Fire Station.
Do I hear a motion to approve the little bid to go on the agenda?
Make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Now we can go on to the fire truck.
Okay, next we have the fire truck. It's been how many years since you bought a new one?
6.
6 years, and y'all did, well, before my time, y'all kind of had to put a 5-year replacement in, but we did skip last year. As you can see, I did email you some additional information, but it's all on this page too. But the fire truck, the exact same fire truck we bought 6 years ago has gone up to $705,365. If we go ahead and put, and it'll take about a year to get it. If we go ahead and put the $120,000 that's already budgeted as a down payment, I sent you that via text while ago, but the payment on it would be $119,136.90 annually for 5 years. So we would like to put that on the agenda to vote to purchase the new fire truck. This is through the Sourcewell Co-op, which is a state bid company.
I'll make a motion. We move it over to agenda.
Have a motion, have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, Mr. Chairman, that's all that I have for you unless you have anything for me.
I don't have anything. Any of the other finance committee have any questions or comments?
Okay, Brenda, so on this 2020 year-end balance, we have nearly 2 million in county sales tax.
Yes, but I wanted you to, but keep in mind the 359,000 was that state money. But yes, we have 845,104.30 more than what I had projected to start with next year, or this year, that's 2021. So what I had, if you look at your budget under county sales tax, my carryover showed $1,098,000. The actual carryover is $1,943,104.30.
And on the general fund, is that the combination of the city and the street?
Okay, no, general fund's general. General fund's general. Street fund's separate. You have to keep them separate because the street department has what's called restricted funds. What that means is we get money from the state. We get $69.50 last year per capita for everyone in the city of Malvern from the state of Arkansas to help with our streets. Anytime you take any kind of monies in like that, you have to keep those separate from your general fund. Even though we take money from our sales tax or our whatever fund, any kind of fees we make and help with that, we still have to keep all those funds separate.
So before we've collected any money, we already have 800,000 in our general fund.
No, we have 1 million on the general fund. Yes, we've got 799,081 cents.
And
And
we
see,
also have,
I had projected 400,000. And we'd like to do that because that kind of helps us get started at the beginning of the year before our sales tax comes in. Because
okay,
our sales tax comes in the 25th of each month. So yes, instead of starting January 1st with 400,000, we're starting with $799,000.81. in the general fund.
Any other questions or comments? Do I hear a motion to adjourn the finance committee?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. It's all yours, Larry.
All right, I'm gonna call the agenda meeting to order, and we don't have any old business. Mayor, under new business, you've answered my questions. Approval of water service, J.J. Hughes Road. All papers have been signed and no cost to Waterworks.
Yes, that's correct.
That would have been my two questions, so.
Okay, so I'd like to have that on the agenda, please.
All right, do I have a motion and a second from the agenda committee to put this item on the, agenda for next Monday night's meeting?
I make a motion that we put
Have-
this on the agenda. Second.
Have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Item B is discussion to abolish planning commission and board of adjustment due to change in state law.
Okay.
What you got there, Mayor?
Well, let me tell you how right now, and I know Wayne knows a little more about all the planning commission, but right now we have, 2 representatives from each ward, plus we have 3 from the county. We're really short on members right now with that format because a lot of people have gotten sick. Some are no longer, they actually resigned. And whenever that planning commission was put in place, there was a 5-mile rule where the planning commission would work with the county if you went 5 miles out of your jurisdiction. Well, I put the law, information on the law in here, and now, due to us being over, find it right here real quick. Due to the fact that we're between 8,000 and 60,000 people, we actually now can only go 1 mile past our jurisdiction. Well, we probably are not going to do that anyway because we're somewhat landlocked in the directions that we are growing. So I would like to restructure the planning commission to have 1 person from each ward and 1 at large to make it a smaller group. Also, we have a board of adjustments, and on that one right now, there's only 1 person that's still there. The rest of them have resigned. So if you look at the law, and I've got copies of everything in here, you can make your planning commission your board of adjustments. So that's what I would like to do. I'd like to abolish what we've got, redo it so there's only 1 from each ward, 1 at large, and let them both be the planning commission and the board of adjustment. So Wayne, what's your thoughts on that since you've been on there before and you helped kind of structure it all?
I agree with the changes. We tried to change that several years ago. Well, we originally had 3 from each jurisdiction. We tried to cut it to 1 and the county wouldn't agree to that. So we wound up having to go with 2 because they have an ordinance that put it in place and the city also had an ordinance. But I don't know that there's any requirement to do that now. It's strictly a city function. As far as I know, the county has no planning, no committee or anything like that. So I don't see anything wrong with what you're doing. It's something that should be done. I also agree that the total function should be with the planning commission. I don't see the need for a separate group to do the changes that are normally fall to them. Now, there's some people who may disagree with that. We tried to do that several years ago too, and the people who were on that group opposed it at that time. Thought they were, should continue to do what they've done in the past. But as it's being done right now, it's hard enough to get enough people together to do this without having 2 separate groups to have to deal with. And keeping the number down, I think, will make it function better than it has in the past. So I'd be in favor of it.
So I would like to, I don't have the paperwork ready, but I'll work with Phyllis to get it if that's something that you would agree to. What I would like to do is write letters to the people that are currently on those committees and tell them that we have decided to abolish it currently as is, and they can actually reapply for their awards if they're interested. But we kind of dwindled down to very few people on there due to either sickness or people moving or things like that. So, in fact, the Board of Adjustment, there's only one person on there left.
As I understand it, this all has to be done by ordinance.
Yes, it has to be done by ordinance, but we'll have to abolish the ordinances we have in place and then do a new ordinance.
So nothing to go on the agenda, Mayor. That'll be forthcoming.
Yes, if y'all, I mean, if you don't see a problem with it, I'll be working on it probably by the February meeting would be better, because I'm gonna, actually already have talked to the municipal league, and they actually recommended to do this also, because they agreed when you have a group that large, sometimes it's hard to get things done, and they also did not really understand why we had county people still on there, because the 5-mile rule is no longer in effect.
Von Tumblin was wanting to do that. Wayne knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So if, you know, I'll be working on that just for the February meeting. I just wanted you to know that if that's something that you're just totally against, we won't pursue it, but I really think it would be good for the city, good for the quorum situation, so if you don't have a problem, I'm gonna have an ordinance ready for next month, and then we'll just kind of rediscuss it at that time. So that's all I have.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, we're gonna back up to, new business under finance. Do I have a motion as second to amend the budget by $100,000, from the agenda committee to put it on the agenda for next Monday night?
Make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item B, approve low bid for the Malvern Fire Station. Do I have a motion second? to put
I
that
make a
on?
motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, the motion carries. Last item, approved bid on new fire truck. I have a motion second. Put that on next Monday night's, city council meeting.
I make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Okay, anyone on the council have anything they'd like to see on the agenda? All right, Mayor, citizens wishing to appear. Do we have anybody?
Don't have anybody here. Is there anybody on the call? Any citizens wishing to appear before the council? I don't see anybody, Larry.
Okay. All right, I need a motion to adjourn the agenda committee.
I make a motion, we adjourn the agenda meeting.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned, Mayor. Go ahead.
Okay, the only thing I have is I did include a copy of the station and the floor plan and the front of the building again, just so that would kind of refresh your memory. That will be coming up for bid. The only other thing I have is the judge has been really good to keep me up on counts. I guess it was, yesterday, we had, yesterday we had a count of 195 community only, not prison, not hospital, and not nursing home. Yesterday it fell a little bit, I'm sorry, it was today. Today it fell a little bit to 174. Just to kind of let you know that they've had quite a bit of cases at the courthouse, so there are 3 offices right now closed, the county clerk, the judge's office, and the treasurer's office due to some employees having COVID. So at the city, we actually have 2 right now that have it. And we just kind of keep, 2 or 3 along we've had all along. So, we're just trying to do all of our protocols, wear our masks, do our hand sanitizer, and just keep everybody as safe as we can. But other than that, I don't guess I have anything else. Unless you have any questions for me.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank y'all. See you next Monday night.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.